The Dallas Mavericks is one of the most scariest teams in the league. When you pair up Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving with one of the best players in the NBA with the name of Luka Doncic, the Dallas Mavericks is going to show the league why they are a team that should be legitimate NBA championship contenders. And I get it. I get it. This is a team that has some of, or maybe one of two of the players that gets a lot of criticism, right? Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, right? Klay Thompson just came off of a season where a lot of people in the comments was bashing him, giving him a lot of criticism. Shoot, if you go to IG under anything that has Klay Thompson in it, you're going to see 0 for 10, right? Don't fail, right? And then Kyrie was getting off of one of the greatest criticism backlash tours I've ever seen from a player since LeBron James, and Kyrie Irving showed out. Now, you pair everything together, right? You put the potatoes in there, you put the vegetables in there, you put the carrots in there, you put the broth in there, and what do you get? You get a really amazing oh, hold up. And I forgot you got to put the meat in there. Pause. No diddy. But when you put all of those ingredients together, you get the Dallas Mavericks, because the Dallas Mavericks right now, they're a team, all right? Like, they got the young guys, they got Klay, they got Luka, they got Kyrie, and now, the Dallas Mavericks is in a situation where you cannot double team Luka Doncic, because if you do, with one of the best players in the game, who just so happens to be one of the best passers in the NBA, he's gonna kick it out to one of the greatest shooters of all time in Klay Thompson. And if you really keep playing, what might end up happening, if Luka Doncic, the greatest passer that we've seen, gives it to one of the best shooters that we've ever seen in the NBA, Klay Thompson might say, hey, I'm about to kick it out to Kyrie Irving, who is a player that, shoot, I know I keep throwing out that word greatest, but Kyrie Irving is one of the greatest to ever do it. Like, Kyrie is one of the greatest shot creators we've ever laid eyes on, right? Like, you got three players that is great in their own right, and respectfully to all the people that came before them, these three guys are some dogs, right? And they perfectly complement each other game. And I think that's something a lot of analysts and a lot of people that watch this game really forgets about. And honestly, we don't talk about enough, because Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and Klay Thompson, they are a perfect team. And then you add these other role players, they're going to be a good team. They're gonna be a threatening team. And to be honest, it's a lot of teams that's not gonna want to play them, right? The only thing that stops the Dallas Mavericks is the unfortunate terms of health. But if this team can stay healthy long enough, they will definitely be in the NBA Finals once more. And you can bet on that. And guys, I had to pause it a little bit, because I had to pull up this roster sheet, right? Because I know I say a lot, I talk a lot, I say a lot of things, but when you really see what they have, like, look at this. Look at this team. They have some assets. They're building their role players. They still got Jaden Hardy, who I'm actually a really big fan of. You got these players. Now, this guy right here, Dwight, you gotta get him up out of there, though. That's my only critique. For all the Dallas fans that might watch this, I'm so sorry if you really like this player, but I feel like he's garbage. You know, I feel like he's one of the worst players I've ever witnessed in my life. You know what I mean? Like, he's just terrible. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. I never lie to you. I might over exaggerate, but I never lie to you. But even still, when you factor Dwight Powell out of the team, you still have enough money. Well, you can make money to get another asset to plug in, because that waiver wire is always going to be active, right? When you have a team like Dallas that are contenders, shoot, out of the big three, out of Dallas Mavericks big three, let's be honest, the only person that doesn't has a chip is Luka. And when you have Klay Thompson and Kyrie essentially mentoring him to show him this is what you got to do to get a chip, that's like, you know what I mean? Like, your second and third option is grooming your first option to be a champion, right? Like, We gotta understand. And then you got PJ Washington that people forget. Like, the Dallas Mavericks, for what it's worth, has been able to create a team that's a lot more impactful than a lot of people is willing to give them credit for, right? And I don't know if it's a media thing. I don't know if it's an ESPN thing, a Fox thing, or just a basketball thing. But the Dallas Mavericks is going to be one of the scariest teams in the NBA. And to be honest, if I was a betting man, I would be willing to say the Dallas Mavericks is going to be not only a top 5 team in their conference, but they're going to be a top 4 team in the entire NBA. But down in the comments below, let me know. Do you think I'm juicing it, or do you think the Dallas Mavericks is one of the most deserving teams to go for the NBA championship?